Sage Wonder coming at you from my van down by the river. So, Kanye West, woo, you stepped in it, bro. Oh my goodness. He said something that's got everybody's heads exploding. And I hate to say that I'm kind of defending it to some degree, or at least, let me put it this way, I'm explaining it. Here's what I thought he meant, and I was one of those handful of people that was watching this really when it first rolled out, and I've had a while to think about it. And what he said was slavery, 400 years of slavery, must have been a choice. And that's really it's got a lot of people really bent out of shape that he would say something like that. And to a lot of people, it sounds like complete ignorant speech, like it makes no sense whatsoever. But I think that to understand that, you have to be one of these people that are freedom-minded. Someone who would see the logic in a statement, give me liberty or give me death. I used to tell the old Marine, that I said, there's some things worse than death. The old Marine would say, how do you know? Nobody's ever died and come back and told you. How do you know there's not something worse than death? So there's something inherent in me as a human being. I would never submit to slavery. Now, it's hard to say if I was born into slavery whether I would submit or not. That's a little different than taking a free man and forcing him into slavery. But I would tell you this, as a free man, born a free man, I ain't going to the FEMA camp. I'm not submitting to slavery. I will not submit. So there is a choice when forced with slavery or death. I would choose death over slavery. I am not your slave. I ain't gonna be your slave. That's just the bottom line. So I will not comply. And I think that that's the thing he's talking about, is that they did have a choice. They could have been exterminated. But what kind of choice is that? Is the choice to survive at any cost somehow less admirable than the choice to die for what you believe in? I mean, I'm a survivor, but I'm not going to survive at any cost. I would die for my dignity. I would die for my beliefs. I would die for my ethical defense. You see, I mean, I'm not going to the FEMA camp. And I think in some ways that's what he's talking about, that he would like to see that attitude of this love for freedom, this desire to be empowered, this determination to never be enslaved, bossed around, or told what to do by anyone. That's something that he would like to see fostered in himself and in the African American community. And, he wants to feel free to speak about such things. So hopefully I was able to interpret this, shed some light on it. I can agree with him in a certain way. Me, as an individual, I would never submit to slavery. I ain't going to the FEMA camp, and you can't make me.